A grandmother fell straight into a tiger enclosure in the UK. Her daughter screamed and jumped in after her. The tiger's massive claws were just inches away. What happened next? Get ready, because these are the craziest real incidents that actually happened in zoos. Have you ever thought that a simple day at the zoo could turn into a horror movie? This clip, believed to have been filmed at a zoo in the US, captures a heart-stopping moment. A group of visitors, including young children, stood right up against the glass of the gorilla enclosure, recording a video. Just seconds later, the giant silverback suddenly roared and charged toward them at bullet speed. The impact made the entire glass panel shake, leaving a small crack right in the middle of the frame. Screams echoed everywhere. "Run! Hurry!" People scattered in panic, while the gorilla stood there, pounding its chest in fury. According to experts, this behavior is a territorial instinct. One wrong move or even a direct stare can be seen as a challenge. A silverback is up to 10 times stronger than a human, and if that glass had been just a few millimeters thinner, the result would have been a disaster. Next is a heart-stopping scene that went viral on social media. An elderly woman fell into a tiger enclosure, and her daughter immediately jumped in to save her amid the tiger's terrifying roars.
Whoa, goodness. Oh, Grandma! Oh my God! Somebody call security! Mom,
The tiger moved closer, just a few steps away, its claws nearly reaching them before zookeepers rushed in just in time. Both women were pulled out safely, almost like a miracle. But the question everyone kept asking was this: was it a real accident, or just a staged video made for views? And if it really happened, then people have every reason to question the safety standards and barrier designs at zoos in the UK. So next time you visit a zoo, maybe don't stand too close to the fence. At Raipur Zoo in India, security cameras captured the terrifying moment a zookeeper collapsed inside the lion enclosure. The male lion, known for its aggression, slowly walked toward him. Everyone watching thought a tragedy was about to happen. But instead of attacking, the lion leaned down, sniffed the unconscious man, gently brushed its nose against him, then turned away. No one could believe it, a natural predator showing such restraint. Experts believe the lion may have recognized the man as familiar, or sensed that he was no longer a threat. Throughout history, there have been rare cases where captive lions ignored their killing instinct toward humans. But remember, those are exceptions. One wrong move, and the wild instinct could return in an instant. And here's another shocking moment that changed how people see lions. In the middle of a raging flood, a man was stranded on the riverbank, seconds away from being swept away by the current. Out of nowhere, a male lion charged into the water, fought against the rushing flow, and grabbed the man by the shoulder, pulling him to safety. The footage stunned millions. This predator, known for its ferocity, acting like a hero. Many claimed the video was fake, but something about that moment felt real. The way the lion looked at the man, slow and cautious, as if it knew it was saving, not hunting. Could a lion truly save a person in real life? Or was this just a protective instinct from a creature once familiar with humans? Whatever the truth, that scene left viewers shaken, both scared and deeply moved. Now let's move to one of the most heartwarming zoo moments ever recorded. At a zoo in the UK, a pregnant woman named Naomi and her fiancé visited the orangutan exhibit. They thought it would just be a quick visit, but what happened next felt almost magical. As Naomi approached the glass, a mother orangutan and her baby immediately noticed her belly. The baby pressed its lips gently against the exact spot where her baby bump was, while the mother stood behind it, watching with an unexpectedly tender gaze. The entire crowd fell silent. Naomi was nearly in tears. She said she felt an invisible bond between two mothers, even though they were from different species. The story went viral, and everyone agreed on one thing. Moments like these remind us that a mother's love knows no boundaries. You won't believe this one. A video captured at a zoo shows a little girl standing close to a lion enclosure, innocently looking through the thick glass. On the other side, a lioness crouched low, her eyes locked on the child like she was stalking real prey. The girl tapped lightly on the glass, then turned away, and at that exact moment, the lioness lunged, smashing into the glass with incredible force, startling everyone. Screams erupted, the child burst into tears, her brother tried to pull her back, and the mother laughed in shock. That's right, laughed. Maybe she just couldn't believe what she had witnessed. The clip quickly went viral, gaining millions of views, reminding us that between humans and wild animals, sometimes only a sheet of glass, thin but life-saving, stands in the way. Next up is one of the most legendary moments ever caught at Brookfield Zoo. 3 massive giraffes were strolling along the fence when suddenly, from out of nowhere, a small goose appeared. It spread its wings and charged at the towering, living skyscrapers, honking furiously like it was declaring war. Everyone laughed until they noticed a nest of eggs right behind the goose. It was risking its life to protect its territory. Weighing less than 10 pounds, it still faced off against 3 giants over 16 feet tall and nearly a ton each. And guess what? The giraffes backed off. It was both hilarious and inspiring. The clip made millions admit one thing. In the natural world, size isn't always strength. Sometimes all it takes is a brave heart to make even the giants step back. This dangerous scene took place at Fort Worth Zoo in Texas, and within hours, the video blew up across social media. 2 animal caretakers were accidentally locked inside the enclosure of an adult male gorilla due to a door malfunction while feeding. As the metal gate closed, the massive gorilla emerged from the rocks and started walking straight toward them.
I think, look.
Shoot, she doesn't know.
Both froze, slowly backing up against the wall. One whispered, "Stay calm, stay calm," trying to keep it together as the 200-kilogram beast stood just a few feet away. The gorilla raised its head, beat its chest twice, the deep thud echoing across the enclosure, then paused. The tension was unbearable. One worker quickly threw a food bag to the side to distract it, giving them a few seconds to escape through a side door. The whole thing lasted less than 30 seconds, but everyone watching was on edge. Experts later said if the gorilla had sensed fear or threat, the outcome could have been catastrophic. The video ended with the gorilla turning away, picking up the food bag, and calmly walking off, as if nothing happened. A chilling reminder that in the world of these giants, one small mistake could cost a life. Working at a zoo is definitely not as simple as it looks. And if you think what you just saw was the craziest thing ever, trust me, the next part will leave you speechless. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a single moment. This might be one of the cutest moments ever recorded at Louisville Zoo. A teenager held up his phone to show a massive silverback gorilla photos of other apes. At first, everyone thought it wouldn't care. But no, the gorilla immediately sat down, pressed its face close to the glass, and stared at each photo as if scrolling through social media. Every time the boy swiped to another picture, the gorilla tilted its head, furrowed its brow, and even pointed, as if asking to see more. It was funny, surprising, and oddly heartwarming. Everyone agreed. Gorillas are far smarter than we imagine. They don't just recognize images. They're curious about their own kind, a clear sign of awareness. Can you imagine a living tank running from two birds that barely weigh 10 pounds? This story will make you laugh. A giant rhino was peacefully grazing near a pond, completely unaware of what was coming. Suddenly, two geese charged out, honking like alarm sirens. Seconds later, the unbelievable happened. The massive rhino turned around and bolted. Visitors stared in disbelief, a one-ton creature losing to two tiny birds. But that's exactly why geese are called nature's bullies. They're fiercely territorial and will attack anything that enters their space, even the armored giants of the savannah. It's a funny but powerful reminder. In the animal kingdom, courage can sometimes outweigh muscle. Get ready for this one. At Toronto Zoo, a woman left everyone frozen when she jumped straight into a tiger enclosure, just to grab the hat she dropped. Yes, you heard that right. A hat. The moment she hit the ground, the tiger turned around, eyes locked, body tensed, ready to pounce. Visitors screamed while guards rushed over. Thankfully, the multi-layer barrier system saved her life. The woman scrambled out, pale and shaking. Onlookers could only shake their heads. She risked her life for a hat. The story spread like wildfire online, serving as a chilling reminder. Just one careless moment can cost a life. At the zoo, the line between safety and disaster is only a few steps wide. And if you think shocking moments only come from big animals, think again. In a small aquarium tank, one octopus proved that intelligence isn't about size. It began to climb the glass, slowly, silently, with a clear purpose. Its tentacles gripped the slippery surface, twisting and stretching upward. Visitors laughed, thinking it was just a funny trick. Until seconds later, the laughter stopped. The octopus slid over the tank's edge and landed on the floor. The crowd gasped. Some even stepped back, unsure what it would do next. Zoo staff quickly rushed in and gently placed it back into the water. The moment was not only stunning, but also a reminder that octopuses are far more than clever. They possess a will to act, to escape, to explore. Once they set their mind on something, almost nothing can stop them. Now let's move on to a giant that made everyone sweat. At Delhi Zoo in India, a hippo weighing over 3,000 pounds suddenly climbed over a barrier toward the visitor area. It wasn't attacking, just curious, but the scene caused panic. Shouts filled the air, staff ran in all directions, and the massive creature calmly kept walking. One brave zookeeper didn't hesitate. He ran up and slapped the hippo's face several times to get its attention. It sounds risky, but with skin nearly 2 inches thick, those hits were more like a gentle tap. Finally, the hippo stopped, turned around, and went back into the water. The dangerous situation ended with a collective sigh of relief. The video reminded everyone that between humans and nature, even a single second of lost control can lead to disaster. After all those tense moments, here's a scene that melted hearts across the internet. Inside a bear enclosure, 2 bears were being fed by visitors while a third one stood farther away. Then suddenly it sat upright, lifted both paws, and made a motion just like a child begging for candy. The crowd burst out laughing, and people started tossing more food to the star performer. But this wasn't random. The bear had observed, learned, and mimicked human behavior to get what it wanted. It was a perfect example of intelligence and adaptability, the very traits that help animals survive both in the wild and captivity. What made it even more charming was that the bear clearly knew it was cute and knew exactly how to use that to its advantage. And now, for a performance that left everyone breathless. At Dudley Zoo in the UK, a gibbon stunned the crowd with its incredible agility. It swung from branch to branch, flipping mid-air, catching itself perfectly each time with flawless timing. The crowd fell silent. Only the sound of wind and quiet gasps filled the air. Every movement looked calculated, not just instinct, but pure artistry. When it finished, the gibbon perched high above, tilting its head as if waiting for applause. Someone whispered, "If there were an animal Olympics, it would win gold." The moment made everyone smile, proof that talent and joy can appear in the most unexpected places in nature. Then, in the stillness of the zoo, came a scene straight out of an action movie. Two giant crocodiles, each over 13 feet long, slowly approached each other. No growls, no warning, just cold stares and rippling water. Visitors held their breath. Suddenly, both lunged, creating a violent splash. But what amazed everyone was that the fight wasn't chaotic. It had rhythm, almost like a duel with rules. Bites, spins, and splashes all came in measured bursts. After a few minutes, they stopped, turned away, and retreated to opposite sides. No winner, no loser, just silent respect between two predators. Biologists later explained that crocodiles actually have complex communication behaviors. Sometimes they fight not to kill, but to warn. Right after that intense battle, the mood took a lighter turn. At a European zoo, a polar bear captured millions of hearts by dancing. No trainer, no command, just pure natural rhythm. It twirled, swayed, and moved in circles across the snowy ground, so perfectly timed that many thought it was choreographed. Children laughed, adults applauded, and social media exploded with comments like, "Who needs TikTok when you have this bear?" Experts say it might be a form of play or mental stimulation in captivity, creating its own rhythm for fun. Whatever the reason, it was a moment of pure joy, a reminder that even in a stressful world, sometimes a dancing bear is enough to make us all smile. Next is a story that truly makes you think. This time, another hippo, but instead of chaos, it brought quiet reflection. After an enclosure door accidentally opened, the hippo suddenly had the chance to escape. Everyone expected it to run straight for freedom, but it didn't. It walked a few slow circles, looked around, then calmly returned to its pool. No one forced it, that was its own decision. Maybe zoo life, with its steady meals, safety, and routine, had become home. Perhaps it was born in captivity, or had simply forgotten what the wild felt like. Whatever the case, that moment made people ask, is freedom really what every creature seeks? Or sometimes, is peace the thing we truly long for? Those rare moments that left the entire zoo in awe. At a pond, black swans, usually seen as aggressive, did something no one expected. They shared their food with koi fish. Cameras captured the swans dipping dry pellets into the water to soften them, then gently dropping them for the fish to eat. Over time, they even learned to spread the food evenly, making sure every fish got a piece. What's most incredible is that this behavior wasn't trained. It developed naturally, proving that swans have remarkable social intelligence and adaptability that can surprise even humans. This heartwarming moment is a gift for those who stayed until the end. This might just be the sweetest character on the entire list. At Louisville Zoo in the US, a young mother brought her newborn to the orangutan enclosure. The moment the old female orangutan named Amber saw the baby, she walked up to the glass, pressed her hand against it, and stared softly. Her gaze was so gentle it moved millions to tears. One comment summed it up perfectly. The way she looks at that baby, that's pure love. After the video went viral, a zookeeper shared, "This is Amber. She's one of the sweetest orangutans at Louisville. She loves babies and handbags too. She's super curious, always pointing at people's bags wanting to see what's inside." The keeper ended by saying she'd worked there for years, and it's the best job in the world. That moment didn't just touch hearts. It reminded us that no matter the species, love and curiosity for new life connect us all. Just one look into Amber's eyes, and you'll understand. Sometimes kindness doesn't need words. It only needs a gaze, right? And those were the moments that stunned the world. Proof of the intelligence, instincts, and emotions animals truly have. So tell us, which scene amazed you the most? The lion's leap, Amber's tender gaze, or the daring octopus escape? Leave your answer in the comments, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next video will bring you even more unbelievable and extraordinary moments waiting to be discovered.